projecting which NFL players will lead the league in each statistical category in 2026. The NFL never truly sleeps. The moment free agency closes and the draft ends, a new wave of hope sweeps across the league. Every fan base starts believing again. Every stadium begins imagining playoff football. And with the NFL schedule finally set to be released, the focus now shifts toward one massive question: which players are about to dominate the 2026 season? For the Dallas Cowboys, all eyes turn toward Dak Prescott. After a decade in the NFL, 4 Pro Bowls, and nearly 36,000 career passing yards, Prescott has already proven himself as one of football's elite quarterbacks. But despite throwing for 4,902 yards back in 2019 and ranking third last season with 4,952 yards, he has never actually led the NFL in passing yards. That changes now. With CeeDee Lamb continuing to terrorize defenses, George Pickens emerging as one of the league's best number 2 receivers, and Jake Ferguson adding another reliable target, Dallas has the firepower to overwhelm opponents. And with a defense that could force the Cowboys into weekly shootouts, Dak Prescott may finally produce the biggest statistical season of his career. In Cincinnati, Joe Burrow is preparing for redemption. The 2025 season collapsed after a toe injury limited him to just 8 games and a career-low 1,809 passing yards. But the Bengals quarterback is healthy again, back at practice, and according to Zach Taylor, great leader, great to have him here on the field. He looks great. He's in shape and ready to go. When healthy, Joe Burrow is one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in football, especially with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins lining up beside him. 2 years ago, Burrow led the NFL with 43 touchdown passes, and everything points toward another explosive comeback season in 2026. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Bijan Robinson looks ready to take over the NFL rushing crown. The Atlanta Falcons star finished 4th in rushing last season with 1,478 yards, while averaging more yards per carry than nearly every running back in football. At just 24 years old, Robinson combines speed, vision, and explosiveness behind a strong Falcons offensive line. This could finally be the season where Bijan Robinson becomes the most unstoppable runner in the league. And somehow Derrick Henry still refuses to slow down. At 31 years old, the Baltimore Ravens powerhouse rushed for 1,521 yards and 16 touchdowns last season. Most running backs decline after 30. Henry keeps dominating. He even admitted, "Yeah, I don't see myself stopping, not anytime soon." After 8 straight seasons with double-digit rushing touchdowns, Derrick Henry is once again poised to lead the NFL in trips to the end zone. Out west, the Los Angeles Rams continue watching the rise of Puka Nacua. Since arriving in 2023, Nacua has looked like a superstar from day one. Last season, he led the NFL with 129 catches and averaged over 107 receiving yards per game. Sean McVay recently praised him again, saying, "Looks great, he's doing really well." With Matthew Stafford still leading one of football's most explosive offenses, Puka Nacua may finally capture the receiving yards title in 2026. But when it comes to touchdown catches, Justin Jefferson may be preparing for something even bigger. After a frustrating season filled with inconsistent quarterback play from J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Max Brosmer, the Minnesota Vikings now appear ready to move forward with Kyler Murray. Jefferson already sounds excited about the pairing, saying, "I'm definitely looking for those big, exciting plays." One of the NFL's most gifted receivers could be heading toward a career year. Defensively, Washington Commanders rookie Sonny Styles is generating massive attention before even playing an NFL snap. The 7th overall pick already impressed coaches during rookie minicamp, flying around the field and constantly finding the football. At 6'5" and 244 pounds, Styles has the size, instincts, and athleticism to become a tackling machine immediately. Then there's Myles Garrett. At this point, the Cleveland Browns superstar almost feels unfair. After recording 23 sacks and winning another Defensive Player of the Year award, Garrett continues redefining dominance off the edge. Double teams don't stop him. Chips don't slow him down. The 6'6", 275-pound pass rusher simply keeps hunting quarterbacks every single week. And finally, in Houston, Kamari Lassiter could emerge as the NFL's next interception king. Opposite Derek Stingley Jr., Lassiter benefits from being targeted often enough to create opportunities. After 4 interceptions and over 90 tackles last season, his breakout feels inevitable. As Pro Football Focus noted, Lassiter was already one of the league's highest graded cornerbacks. In 2026, he may become impossible to ignore. The NFL is entering another season filled with expectations, pressure, and unforgettable moments. But if these projections become reality, 2026 could belong to a new generation of statistical superstars.